Hey guys, welcome back. So today's look is going to be another drink inspired makeup look. So today's beverage is obviously one of my tried and true #1 favorites, red wine. This is a nice red wine blend, and I won't tell you what brand it is, but let's just say it's pretty good. But anyways, the tones we're going for are just kind of like deep, plummy colors. I don't want it so much to be like a vampy look, but I want it to be kind of like, you know, just like the red wine stain, like that purplish, deep burgundy color. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, as usual, but we'll see what we come up with. So let's get the show on the road. I'm going to be going in with this primer from Laura Mercier. I really have been loving the Armani Luminous Silk Primer, but one of my dogs ate it. Well, they didn't really eat it. Des grabbed the bottle and punctured it, and then it slowly leaked out into my life. So I'm going to be using this one today. It's the Laura Mercier Perfecting Primer. This one is really good too, but I've really been loving the Armani Luminous Silk. Oh yeah, I should probably remove this little zit sticker that I have on my chin or my jawline. As you can see, I have like some breakouts, and I have this little zit sticker on, and I was gonna just leave it on and put, you know, foundation over it and be like, nobody's gonna know. Who's gonna know? But I think I have to remove it. So yeah, these are nice, but I will say I would not recommend putting these on like random parts of your face unless you shave your face or wax your face, because when you take this off, it kind of removes the hair in that area, and when you go to put like foundation or something over top of it, it's like, it's not the same texture as the rest of your skin, if you know what I'm saying. So I would keep that in mind. Just if you ever decide to put one randomly on your face, like it's gonna be harder to blend in that area. You see that beautiful breakout? You guys think that I like never break out ever, which I do have pretty good skin, but I do have like hormonal breakouts here and there. And I did touch on this on my Instagram. Hold on, let me get my foundation. I did touch on this on my Instagram, and the foundation today I'm using is the NUDESTIX Tinted Cover. This is like a tinted moisturizer. And I'm going to be using the shade Medium 7, which is probably too dark for me, but the concealer I want to try out today is kind of light, so it'll all work out. But this has a nice, like, olivey. It's way too dark. We will make it work. I'm not self-tanning right now because I'm having a skin condition, and if I self-tan over it, it looks like I have a infectious disease. That is not the coronavirus, so I'm just not doing that these days, but we'll make this shade work. Anyways, I touched on this on my Instagram, but I was taking this supplement called ALANI Balance to help balance my hormones after I stopped taking the birth control pill, and I was using it for the past like several months, and then I ran out of it, and I wanted to see was it really helping, and it definitely was really helping, because as soon as I stopped taking it, I started getting like hormonal breakouts, so that's how I know that it was working. So if you guys would like me to elaborate more on that in a video sometime, let me know, because I know most of us are females here and we all have hormonal issues. All right, then I've been wanting to try out the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination from IT Cosmetics. So my friend Bridget on Instagram, she like swears by this, and she has like kind of like under eye bags, like kind of like I do, not to be like rude or anything, but she does, and that's why like I bought it because of her, because we have similar issues. But anyways, she loves this, so I decided to pick it up. It was like on major sale. It was like $15 or something like that. So this is the medium shade, and this, I tried like the original version years and years and years ago, but I can't really remember like my thoughts on it. So this, I know you only need a teeny tiny bit because it's like a very thick, like emollient texture. So I'm just gonna take like a little bit and kind of like blend it out with my finger, because this like texture, I feel like it needs to be blended out with like the warmth of your finger. So as you can see, this is kind of like a lighter color, which is why I didn't want to use too light of a foundation. I think I have to get used to using this, but the coverage is like really nice. Maybe I should use a brush. Do I have a brush near me? No, of course not. So I added just like a teeny tiny bit more because I started off with just like a pin dot. That's like literally all I used. So then I'm going to take this brush here. This is actually from Morphe. We don't see a lot of Morphe on my channel. I don't have a code, so I think it looks nice. I think I would have to just get used to the texture and the formula of that, but it did a nice job at brightening my under eye. So now really quickly, I'm just gonna go in with some settings for this is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better. Then I'm just gonna take my sponge and just kind of press everything in so that texture kind of blends better with the foundation's texture and everything just looks like nice and melted in. Then of course I'm going to go in and set that with my ILIA Soft Focus Powder. Oh, this powder is just literally magic. Did you just see like the magic it just performs? It just never ceases to amaze me. Then for my bronzer, I'm going to go in with my ILIA Novelty Bronzer, which I always talk about. It's just my favorite. It's the best olive tone bronzer that I've ever tried. There are other ones I like too, but this one, the formula, the color is just everything. Like it checks all the boxes for me. So does anyone know why I decided to wear a turtleneck when I am filming a makeup tutorial? Because I can't figure it out. And then for my nose contour, I like to use something a little bit lighter and a little bit less warm. This is still olive based, but it has less of that yellowy goldenness that the ILIA bronzer has. And this is like a little bit lighter. So I like to use this for my nose contour. And I've shown this technique on my Instagram before. So I just like to use my finger. And I do need to get my nails done because they're kind of long right now for when I do this, but I found that using my finger, I don't know what it is, but it helps me like blend it and put it in the exact spot I need it to. So this is how I do my nose contour. Every time I contour my nose now, like I'd never even reach for a brush anymore because I just prefer how it comes out when I use my hands. And I will be the first to admit to say that I'm not that good at nose contouring, so that's why I like this method, because I feel like it's easy and it's not like tons of like baking and blending. It's just like you use your fingers and you call it a day. So I'm gonna move to the eyes really quick and then we'll come back and do the face. I don't know why, I just kind of like bing bang all around. It's just how I roll. So the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today is this one from ColourPop. It's called That's Taupe. And I wanted to use this because I don't really use a lot of like cool toned palettes on my channel. I do really like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. That one is like one of my favorites and it has like a nice cool tone palette that's not too cool. But I wanted to try this out. So I'm going to first go in with the shades Boa and Pebble Beach and I'm going to blend those out into my crease. So first I'm going to go in with that shade Boa. Pop that in. So this palette is really pretty. I'm not going to do anything too dramatic on the eyes though, just because we are doing more of like a deeper berry lip. I don't want it to be too crazy because I found that I don't really like dramatic eye makeup on me. I don't know if it's just like my eye shape or like my eyes, or I'm just getting older and getting more boring, but I just don't like too much going on in my eyes. Like I'd rather have a bold lip. Then let's go in and add a little bit of Python, which is more of like a mauve-y brown, like a mauve-y taupey. Oh, taupe. Yeah, the palette is called That's Taupe. So obviously it's a taupe color. But they all are giving me like a nice like creamy mushroom soup vibe. Why do I always have to bring it to food? I don't know. I'm not sure. Next I'm going to go in with this one. It's called Bedrock. Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make you bedrock. Alright, and this we're going to kind of do a subtly smoked out liner. And when you do like a shadowy, smudgy, smoky wing, you want to start at the lash line and then drag it out. If you start out here and then try to do it, it's not going to work out for you. Just to be blunt, it's just not going to work out. So you want to just put it on the lower lash line and kind of whatever's like excess is going to create that little shape for you. This eye, for whatever reason, is always way harder for me. It's like more hooded, so I always have a really fun time on this side trying to get it to match this one. And I can make it bedrock, yeah. Next, I'm gonna go in and add Pebble Beach and Python to my lower lash and kind of work that in there. I'm just going to take that bedrock color and connect it to the outer corner. So then I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called Slated. It's a really pretty kind of sparkly, light, shimmery taupe. And just start pressing it on like the first third of my lid, or first half, I should say. I was gonna do first third, but then my big ass finger was like, no, first half. And I know what you're thinking. I thought this was supposed to be, you know, wine inspired. It is, but just the lip mainly. Then for the inner corner, I'm going to take Snake Eyes, which is, again, like a taupey, mauve-y shade. I don't know, I'm not good at describing colors apparently. That I'm just going to pop on the inner corner. Now I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm not going to apply too much because I am going to apply some false lashes so we can have like a little bit of holiday glam here. And for mascara, I'm just using the Maybelline I can never say it. Okay. Lash Sensational. So I'm going to let my mascara dry before I go in with lashes, but in the meantime, I'm just going to go off camera really quick and fill in my brows, and for that, I always use my Urban Decay Brow Blade. Alright, and then my lashes, I'm just using the tried and true Demi Wispies from Ardell. These are just my favorite, just for like a hint of glam. And then I'm not going to do any like actual liquid liner, but I am going to take my Urban Decay Brow Blade, which I do use for my soft brown winged liner or obviously my brows. And I'm just going to take this and lightly just do the inner corner, just so the lashes like kind of blend better with my lash line. So next I'm going to go in and add some blush, and I'm going to be using the COVERFX Spiced Cinnamon Blush. This had like a really nice kind of like berry tone that I thought went well with the Merlot vibe that we're going for that I haven't really even touched on yet. And these blushes are extremely pigmented, so you want to like tap off and then just quickly dab off. before going into your actual cheek, because if you don't, you might have a hard time fixing your situation. But this is just like a nice, really natural looking berryish tone. It's not like too dark. Then for my highlight, I'm going to take the NATASHA DENONA I Need a Nude Glow. I'm just going to take that and put a tiny bit on the tip of my nose. And then also in between my eyes. And on my upper lip. Then I'm going to go in with this powder from KKW. It's the Brightening Powder in shade number 2. It's this really light pale pink shade. And I'm going to use this underneath my eyes just to add a little bit more of a brightening effect. It is a pink color though, so it's going to give you that pink under eye. So if you don't like that, they have other shades. And then I'm just going to use this to kind of like soften my nose contour and my nose highlight. And then for the last step, I'm just going to buff my face, and I'm going to be using my JOUER Soft Focus setting powder. This is one of my favorites to buff with. I use the shade Medium Dark, and I'm almost out of this one, but I like to just like go over everything just so it all meshes together. And I do this in all my videos, so it's nothing new, but I just feel like it makes everything look better at the end. Then I almost forgot, I need to do bottom lashes, and I'm also going to use this to kind of blend my lashes with the false ones. Now for the lip. I really wanted to drink throughout this video, but I also didn't want my teeth to be black, so that's why my glass is still basically full. Also, it's like 2 in the afternoon. Anyways, does that matter? I don't know. But for lip liner today, I'm going to be using the shade VINO from MAC. I felt like that was only fitting. So I pretty much filled in my whole lip with that. I kind of like blended it out with my finger just so it's like all over, just as the base. And then for the lipstick itself, I'm going to go in with Hot Chocolate from Revlon, which is this really dark kind of hot chocolatey Merlot Cabernet shade. I'm just going to put this on over top. Then I'm just going to top everything off with my Dior Air Flash Radiance Mist. This is a magical setting spray. So here we have the finished look, red wine inspired. I really wanted the lip to be the focus, so I'm sorry that the eyes are not also this color, but I feel like that would have been too much. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm about to go polish off this glass, and I will see you guys next time.
Then for my lashes. With my freaking kitchen shears. I can't find my other little baby ones, so I have to use these. I'm pretty sure I've cut sausage links with these, but I mean, it is what it is.